Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we're checking out Cinnamon Lakeside, Colombo after quite some time, and it's great to be here at the library. Such a place that is iconic for people to come and chill, have a little puff and enjoy some days. All right, with me I have someone who has really contributed a lot to Sri Lanka. I'm sure you would have not known about it, but he's definitely someone who believes in what we produce as talent, and he has a heart for Lanka. So I'm happy to have the one and only Sonu. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so he's in black for a reason.
You're just hiding my...
Yeah, the abs that we have kept hidden for some time.
Yeah.
So Sonu, you are, I will say, you are someone who really likes Sri Lanka. I think I did see your post when you were flying down. You said, it's been so long and I'm so happy to go back. Why do you like Sri Lanka so much?
I actually like the people a lot. It's a little slow for me and my pace, and actually for the pace that we have in India, for everything.
Yeah,
for work, for everything. Yeah, it's like an island. Yeah. But Bombay is an island again, so I do love Sri Lanka, you know, because of that. That's one of the main reasons. And I think the people are lovely, like I said. The food is fantastic. My criteria, the two criteria I have is nice people and good food. And Lanka has both.
Okay.
And I think they have fantastic talent here. I mean, I discovered that when I came for the IFA Awards, I think about 12 or 13 years ago.
Yes.
I had come with a few of my friends, you know, as a guest, in fact, for that very show. And I saw Jacqueline do the opening performance. And she was a couple of films old, and I thought that she had much more potential at that point itself. And I said that I must go back to India, contact her and see what we can do with her. And that's what I did. And yeah, it
has been a ride from there.
Yeah, I think that was, it was about 12 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, since then, Jacqueline has been family, and we've done, I think we've achieved a little bit for her.
Amazing. And, this whole thing called talent, even during your stay when you saw Jacqueline perform, a lot of people tend to overlook Sri Lanka because we're such a small country and we kind of don't make such an impression on the scale of people, so that they always think reaching out to them will not exactly reach out to so many people. But when you have seen where the country is and the talent and things like that, do you feel that, you know, we have been left back, or do you feel that we have not pushed enough?
I think the talent here is skeptical. They're not sure if they would be accepted, you know, worldwide. So that's something I would like to tell anybody and everybody who is talented, because everybody is in some way, that don't worry, you know. So now it's much easier for most of the talent to put out their work, because you have your TikToks, you have your social media, you have so many, you know, different, you know, ways to let people see your talent. So it's far easier than what it was 12 years ago when I came for the first time.
Correct.
And I think I've been here now, this is my 52nd time.
Oh, wow.
So,
you have put a small count on it as well.
Because, you know, and I feel every time I come here, I meet someone who's talented. Could it be in direction, production, photography? This time I'm here for CJS, like I mentioned, for the 100-year celebration, or shoot actually, which we're going to celebrate in February. And I met two young photographers.
Ryan and Johnny.
Ryan and Jonathan. I mean, fantastic. I mean,
amazing.
I was very impressed, you know. So talent does not mean just acting or singing or whatever, you know. People tend to think that just acting and singing are the talents that can be appreciated or exposed worldwide. But I think anything that you're talented, I mean, there could be, like I said, host, there could be photography, there could be anything. And this trip, I think, out of my 52 trips, this has been my most, what would I say, the best, productive and the best trip for finding the real gems. They say Sri Lanka has a lot of gems. I found quite a few gems on this trip because, yeah, we signed about 4 new talent from Sri Lanka on this trip itself.
Amazing. I wanted to speak to you as someone who comes from India, and it's a country that we look up so much to because our cultures are so interconnected. Our food is, our behavior is, our skin color is. We have so many things in common. And there was so much of tension when IFA was happening here. Like there was so much of political opinions. There was so much happening. In a broad perspective, India loves Sri Lanka?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Because I must tell you, when I hosted the World Cup, like I was given the privilege of being on the field and hosting, and when we were doing the World Cup here in Sri Lanka, there was no match as enthusiastic and as powerful as seeing Sri Lanka take on India. The atmosphere in the grounds was literally vibration.
Right.
It was so packed. People were literally hanging off chairs
Yeah.
just to have a glimpse of it. I think there's so much, because there's so much that we look up to. We have seen it on the big screen. We have seen where like all the music that we mostly dance to is all from there. Like what can I say? The love or the connection we have is a bit too strong.
Right.
So how is the world ready to accept talent from other countries?
I think we always did. It's just that, I mean, there are certain countries that I don't know, I don't want to name, but I was very fond of, and I still am fond of a lot of talent from, like I said, most countries around. I mean, we've had talent from world over. If you see, there's Katrina, again, like there's Jacqueline, there are so many more who came into Bollywood and have been,
Accepted
huge.
and loved.
Yeah, they're huge. I mean, Jackie, Katrina are in the top 10 in the country. So I said, I mean, why not have more? Talent is always welcome. It's like that. I mean, there is no, I don't see anybody as competition. It's not my way of functioning. Yeah, I do manage quite a few talent in India. I've been, privileged to have worked with the biggest to the smallest. And right now, so I have my own company that is called Wingman India, that primarily our focus, our intention is only and only to sign up and promote emerging talent.
Discovering the new.
That's my primary goal. So I mean, I just look out for the emerging talent or the hidden gems, like I said. And I'm also tied up with another company, and I'm a strategic partner in that company. It's called Exceed Entertainment. That also manages established talent. So we are managing altogether, I would say, over 100 celebrities / talent while we speak. Yeah, across
Brilliant.
the world.
We're going to take a break. When we do come back, we're going to be speaking a little bit more about the foodie side of him. He and his son have a little thing that they have started. The Instagram is buzzing with some great greasy food. I'll tell you more about it, of course, when we do come back. Do stick around. It's Danu on Fire. Welcome back to the show. We are checking out the library at Cinnamon Lakeside. I'm with this wonderful, larger-than-life man in terms of personality, Sonu. So tell me, now you are such a family man because you have spoken about them so many times. So you and your son love food.
Absolutely.
And he has just expanded straight up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he controls his diet because, he's an athlete.
And also he's 6'8", he can easily eat. He has so much space for it to travel for.
Yeah, but then he needs to practice and he needs to get into, international basketball leagues. So,
That's
aiming for
amazing.
that, yeah.
So you all do something together. Is it a restaurant?
No, we've been a family that has been in the food business, the food business,
Right.
for over 5 decades.
Amazing.
So my grandfather was one of the first people to get into the food business from our family, specifically, all the cousins, everybody. And then he handed the baton to my father, and my father did his sort of finishing school, if I may say, in Switzerland and in Mumbai at the Dada Catering College. And my father again loved the whole concept of food. And my father's been in the business since 75 until now. So that's about
That's a long time.
That's about close to, like I said, 50 years. He's 70. My father's 71, I think now, and he's been in the business for about 50 years. So that's a long time. And then they wanted me to get into the business.
Yeah.
Again, because I loved food.
Yeah.
Technically, in my house. So my mother is one of the best cooks that I've come across. And then my wife now has exceeded that.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's why you see my size.
It's what you call a blessing. My sister cooks really well, and it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. A curse when I have to feed into clothes, a blessing when I'm hungry. So it's a great combination.
Yeah.
So if this whole entertainment industry is so big in India, and we've always looked up to it. How much fun is it? How much stress is it? And how much catty is it?
See, for me, it's fun. I love to meet people because, like I said, I'm from the hospitality background.
Yeah.
So we obviously met. I did it for about 3-4 years, and yeah, it was exciting, but it wasn't giving me the happiness that I wanted. In terms of my passion was something else. Yeah, I mean, they call me the people's person for some reason. The previous interview that I did, they gave me this tag, the people's person. So I said, wow, that
You're
sounds...
like Princess Diana.
Oh.
The people's princess.
So it just felt nice when someone said that, you know. I think, there is enough space we have in talent world over, not just India or Sri Lanka, world over. So I don't think there is any sort of problem with anybody. It's just, news. They usually say that good publicity or bad publicity is always good publicity, as long as it's publicity and you're spoken about. So I also believe in it to an extent. Yeah, but I try and avoid the people I manage, the talent, to get into controversies and have bad publicity. But yeah, end of the day, publicity is good. So the catty, or the fighting bit, or the whatever complex bit, I don't think exists because everybody is different from the other. So and I said there's too much space in Bollywood. We're still looking out for talent, and there's always space for more. So
what do you think is what can I say? Like in terms of how you see this wonderful world, which is so colorful, it also breaks down to a lot of work. We always see the movie for 3 hours or 2.5 hours, and we're like, oh. And people do tend to underestimate. It's just acting, no man. What is that? But it's a lot of work. It's commitment. It's dedication. How hard is it to pull through something like that?
I absolutely salute every single actor who works on multiple films. It just feels, they say that Akshay Kumar does 10 films a year. It's very difficult. He has a family, he has children, he has a wife, he has a mother, he has a sister. He has to be different people every day.
To all of them, and also...
Every day. I said this to Jacqueline once. I said, Jacqueline, hats off. Because there was this one day where we were shooting a TV commercial, all right? And she was dancing in the TV commercial. In about 4 hours we finished and we went on to a set. And she was playing somebody, a specific part. She moved on and she was going on to an interview. In the middle of all this, her dad had a slight eye problem. And I said, you know what, you continue with the shooting and I'll go and sort dad out. Finished, she came home at midnight. We finished at the hospital, came home again, about 10 o'clock we were home, and she came home at midnight. And then her mom called, and then her brother called. And obviously, so she had to be 3 different characters during the day. She had to be a sister, she had to be a daughter, she had to be everybody.
And she actress, the whole world.
And she had to be strong.
Yeah, true.
So it is very, very, very difficult. If there are films that people don't like at times, even then, I don't think they should be trolled or, trashed because it's not right.
And it's still the same amount of work that has gone in, the same amount of commitment.
For a hit film as well. Yeah. And maybe at times more.
Yeah.
You may not like it because maybe it's not the kind of genre or the kind of film or material that you would want to see. But there are people who like certain films and certain they don't. Yeah. So I don't think they should be in any way trashed because there's a lot of work that goes behind a film and it takes over a year and a half to even make it. And then it's another, difficult, the difficult part comes after we shoot it. To get it released, get the number of theaters we want. After that, it go on to a OTT platform. It's really tough for us.
Yeah. Well, there's so much that we will never know. The layers are very, very more than what we actually know. Just want to let you know, he's on a detox diet on Monday and Tuesday when it comes to food. And I'm quite upset about it because, we have like good food here. This pad thai.
Yeah.
Would you
I might just try some.
there you go. That's the best part. From a foodie to a foodie, I'm telling you. Although my mind says not to, and my waistline says not to, my mouth tells otherwise.
So I always say that, in Hindi there's this line, they say, Pet bhar gaya. Pet bhar gaya means I'm full. But man nahi bhara. So my soul isn't happy yet. My stomach is always full, but my soul is always greedy. So
end of the day, it's the soul that we have to look after.
Absolutely.
When we die, it's the soul that matters. All right. So on that note, we need to wrap things up on this segment. On the other side, do you like sweets? Not
chocolate.
so much. I don't know what they have, but I love sweets. We are going to see you on the other side, and also about the sensation that hit Sri Lanka recently with COVID, with prices going up, gas not available, sugar prices going. In midst of all of this, we did have something to smile about. We'll speak more about it because this man made a lot of that happen on the other side. Welcome back to the show, our final segment. We're looking at the beautiful backdrop that's available at Cinnamon Lake. I'm with Sonu. He's having a very busy schedule because he has to literally not walk, run, or just appear at the airport in a few minutes' time. So this is like a final last-minute squeeze. Sonu, I wanted to ask you. So we have had this song called Mani Ke Mage Hite, which was originally sung by somebody else, then there was a cover. The cover got picked up by Amitabh Bachchan, and then it was just all over the news. Next thing you know, the world was singing it.
Yeah.
So you had a big part of it as well in terms of seeing the talent, taking the talent there. When you first heard the song, what did you think?
So yeah, when I first heard the song, it was nice. It was nice melody, soothing, and and I don't get so much time to listen to music also. I just listen to the music in my car or, whenever I find time. So, and my whole office was buzzing with Manike. I said, wow,
this is the car song that I heard in the car now.
Yeah, and on FM, and I said, okay. And it's a different language. I said, what language is this? And they say it's Sinhala. And I said, but how are you all singing it? So they said, because it's just a beautiful song. And then I went to my sister's house for dinner in, I think, 2 days. And they just wanted to play some music because they were having a couple of drinks. I don't drink, but they were drinking. So,
and you heard it again?
No, I heard it about 17 times over 4 hours. And I asked them, what is it with this song? So they said, boss, you can hear it for yourself. I said, yeah. And they said, Amitabh Bachchan has tweeted about it, and there has been 25 top actors of Bollywood who have done like a choreography or whatever, a video, and put it up on social media. I said, are you serious? So they said, yes. I said, for a language that you don't even understand or know. So they said, yeah. I said, wow. And it was 4 a.m. All right. I go on to Instagram and I check for Yohani. I didn't even at that point know the singer, who the singer was. And I check Yohani. And it shows me Yohani music, and I send a DM. Hey Yohani, this is Sonu, and would love to work with you. I manage a small, company in India, and whatever. And I send my number, and the next thing I know is that she's spoken to Jackie, because again, Jackie is the best connect Sri Lankans have technically in Bollywood, and Jacqueline and I go back, like I said, 12, 13 years, and they spoke, and things just happened. And the next thing I know is I'm speaking to her business manager, Dilanjan, in Sri Lanka. And he says, we would love to sign up. And the next thing, they come to India, they do a couple of shows, as in performances. And then we do all the TV appearances. And then Yohani is, I think from then to now, maybe 5 times bigger in India already.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's always great to see somebody just grow right in front of your eyes. And this news also came at a time when Sri Lanka was desperate for something happy, something rejoiceful. Like, we always say, like, when things are terrible and we win a cricket match and we're like, yay, that's great. Because we want to divert our consideration into something positive. And this was amazing to see this happen.
She's also a very nice human being.
Yeah.
A lot of people obviously wouldn't be...
She looks young, but she's not that young. Yeah. We have discussed this.
that was another discussion we had. So when she decided, and I was speaking with her on the phone, and I said, you know what? Whenever we sign this contract of exclusive management with us, I would need a guardian for you to do the signing. So she said, guardian, why? I said, because until you turn 18, I don't think you can sign legal documents. She's saying, Sonu, you could just add about 10 to that. I said, what? I thought she was 15, 16 at max.
Looks can be very deceiving.
But she's a beautiful person. A lot of people don't know celebrities or artists or talent one-on-one. But I would say, the image at times that is created, this person is a star, this person is this one is that. Absolutely wrong. Every person I have come across in 22 years of my career has been nice. We need to understand that they need their me time.
And they are humans too.
They need their privacy. They do have their emotional and mental and physical issues as well, like all human beings. They aren't superheroes. They are just normal people like us. Please respect each one of them. Give them their space. And I don't know of a single celebrity who wouldn't want to take a selfie or a photograph with a fan, because fans are the people who make them.
Definitely.
So it's
this is why I always say, when paparazzi is just crowding my house, I'm like, please, just not today. It's always that little phase that I go through. Anyway, Sonu, I really wish you all the very best, and I'm so happy that you understand the vibe of our country, you feel our country, and it's amazing to meet people like that, because on this broadest perspective, we could be a small country, but we're a small country with a lot to give.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy as a Sri Lankan that you're here and you do this. And more than all of that, what I really like about this man, approachable, conversational, and also doesn't undervalue somebody's.
Never do.
Yeah,
I never do.
And that's remarkable. Actually, that's one of the first things I noticed about you. You took the time to reply. You take the time to answer a call, and that's beautiful. Thank you so very much for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And we have a few surprises coming up soon. We've, in fact, like I mentioned, I have signed another 4 talented, beautiful ladies from Sri Lanka. And you'll be seeing more of me and more of them very soon.
And also, this is, I'm sure 2022 is going to be the year that we have been all waiting for, actually. A good year. All right, on that note, we need to wrap things up on the show. I wish you a safe flight back home. He has to run. So on that note, we will run as well. We will see you next week with another cool episode of Down One Fire. Till then, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.
Thank you.